The high price of prescription drugs. It's a bitter pill to swallow. In a recent survey of CVS pharmacists, 62% said cost is the biggest reason some patients may not fill prescriptions or take the proper amount, which makes for huge temptation to buy prescriptions outside the United States and other countries. But is this safe? Is it legal?
Well, outside the U.S., they sell the same medications that are sold here. It's just that they cost about 80% less.
That's Todd Cooperman, a doctor and owner of website PharmacyChecker.com. His site helps match people with low-cost drugs from all over the world and from pharmacies that can be trusted.
What Pharmacy Checker does is vet these pharmacies, actually inspect many of them, check the credentials of all of them to make sure that these are licensed pharmacies in the countries where they exist.
So according to Dr. Cooperman, there are safe international pharmacies, which actually makes sense since people who live in other countries are obviously getting decent medicine. And as for price, here are examples supplied by Pharmacy Checker. A 3-month supply of 40 milligram Nexium is more than $700 at Rite Aid. Outside the U.S., however, you can find it for $70. That's a 90% discount. A 3-month supply of 10 milligram Crestor can be $600 here, $60 elsewhere, also 90% less. But then the big question, is it legal? Technically, it isn't. But I asked the FDA, are you going to bust people for this? Here's what they said. FDA isn't aware of any actions taken against an individual resulting from their purchase of small quantities of unapproved drugs for personal use. Bottom line, if you rely on high-cost drugs, don't take chances with quality, but it's sick to overpay. Get more information. Just go to MoneyTalksNews.com and do a search for drugs. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacey Johnson.